Hi, this is Sanlumiere, and welcome to the second episode of my first impressions look at the beta for Star Wars Battlefront. The first episode, you want to check it out, is focused specifically on the solo/co-op mode. This is going to be focused on the multiplayer. This map that we're on is the drop pod objective based map, where you gain the victory from having either 5 drop pods or having the most drop pods when time expires. My deaths are not representative of the game being particularly hard or anything, it's just that I'm particularly bad. But that said, there are some issues with this, and there are some really cool elements to it too. The first problem element is on this specific map, that once you get to 3 drop pods or above, and the opposing team is not doing particularly well, you get a snowball effect in that the other team's players will start to drop, and you'll only be left with the players looking to farm points from getting kills. So what will happen, as you'll see going forward, is that a couple of times they'll show up, but more often than not they won't. They'll get a couple of kills and we will claim a drop pod and eventually just win the game after waiting for several minutes of going through this. Right here you'll see a new feature that they have, which is really kind of cool. When the game begins, this guy with the yellow name right here, he is my partner. This partner is a randomly assigned player. I'm not sure if you enter the game with a friend, whether you will by default be partnered with them. It would be a cool feature if that is how it works. But you have 2 choices when you die. You can either spawn in a normal spawn location or spawn next to your partner. Now, there is a problem with spawning next to your partner. You could be caught in a firefight and just get immediately annihilated. Or you could come in guns blazing and get a free kill. Both have happened to me. The other option, as I said, is to start from a standard spawning point, which could leave you quite a ways away from the objective, which in this particular mode is actually quite important. The game still does look absolutely fantastic, of course. I mean, this might be one of the most beautiful maps in the beta. It is absolutely breathtaking. So, just before we get there, obviously we are going to win. They make some attempt, I guess, here to try and get some points from claiming a pod. But after you claim a victory, what will happen is that you'll go into the ability to do some unlocks. So you get to start the game with a specific outfit of items, and you make that selection from the unlocks that you've gotten. You gain credits from each match in the standard way, and you buy your unlocks, whether it be thermal detonator or the rifle, which is the cycler rifle there, which is more of a sniper rifle that you can use once every however many seconds. You can get personal shields, jump packs, and the like. It is a relatively important element to have unlocked when you come into a map like this, however, where you have a lot of players with a lot of those things, and this is a really chaotic map. Again, very pretty, very dynamic. I'm not sure I should survive being crashed upon by a TIE fighter, but I do. The snow glistens, you've got massive amount of range. It's just beautiful. Shooting the snow causes puffs of snow to come up, just like you would expect. So, that problem of snowballing is less of an issue in this particular mode, though it is worth noting that the same partner spawn is available, and there are certainly some things that are very unfair right now about this mode. I am not sure if it is something that's to be balanced, or if the Rebel players just need to get better at understanding their objectives, whereas the Imperials have a very straightforward objective, which is to defend their AT-ATs. I shoot an AT-AT here, thinking maybe something will happen. It doesn't. That's a very unfair ability. That is a power-up, not something you can just equip. But I figured I would show you some different shots, me dying, continuously, but more to show the cinematic and very impressive appearance of the game. Now here, I decided that I would take a different approach. I decided that we needed a bigger gun, and I was going to go find that bigger gun. So that's what's going on here. I'm not sure what happened with that pop in there. I don't know if that's a spawn location that someone just spawned into. But I decided I was going to be like, okay, the Imperial seems to be using big guns. I'm going to go use a big gun. Here's my big gun. I did learn that this thing overheats a crap ton really fast. So it took me quite a while to figure out just how many shots I could do in order to continuously fire. But overall, this is a very impressive map, and it should be an awful lot of fun. And I look forward to maybe being an Imperial and walking around as an ATST or an AT-AT, or playing as a Rebel and getting to fly the snow speeders and maybe try and trip up an AT-AT if that's even possible. This is recorded from the PlayStation 4 version, and it runs almost flawlessly. It's a really beautiful game, and you can see that we are, obviously, this is our last line of defense right here, so we either bring down those AT-ATs now, or we lose. And right now it seems like the Imperials have a significant advantage in the winning, so no spoiler, but they do in fact get the victory, but we get a couple of moral victories too. So I kind of stick in this gun for the whole remainder of the fight. Still trying to get the rate of fire down. But I figure my best contribution here is not necessarily to get kills, but to try and pour in as much damage onto this AT-AT as I possibly can, given the proximity to the power generators, which is what their objective is. That'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. This was a look at the multiplayer version for the beta of Star Wars Battlefront. And if you liked it, go ahead and click subscribe, like, follow, or whatever the social media platform of your choice recommends. This is Sanlumiere. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.